blitz the basket, see if we can ace it. It's got too much height again. Oh my! Ah! What's up guys, and welcome to Videbæk Disc Golf course. So this is a course that I've never played before, and I'm super excited to play it. I rarely find those in Denmark because I've played most of the courses this far. So I wanted to do the intro here just to flash the fact that they actually have a warm-up basket. Oh, I need warm-up, huh? So today we're just gonna play a casual practice round and figure out the lines and figure out what discs to throw. And hopefully some of you guys are gonna appreciate that because you also, like me, haven't played the course before. Wow, I was standing behind you guys. Bet you didn't expect that. We're gonna be playing this course for the Amateur National Championships. But I think that's enough warming up for now. Let's get into it. I was so surprised I hit the first one. I just completely blew up on the second one. Oh, by the way, I forgot my hat today. So my hair is gonna be a comic of its own. No problem. So this is hole 1, 102 meter par 3. It's right down there. You can actually see it if you really try to. Looks like a straight shot, maybe a backhand that turns over. Preferably, I guess, a straight forehand, but I'm not going to be playing with forehand today. So we're going to try a couple of different things here. Starting out with an evader, I think. First shot of the day, by the way. I only practice putting. Really nice tee pads, though. Look at this. I want to start on the right side of the tee pad here, I think, because there's that little branch up there. All right. Hit the line, just needed something slightly more flippy. Let's try with the escape. Got down there slightly further, but I think actually just hitting it with the turnover to begin with might be a better play. Let's go with the Pacific. Started on a slight Anheuser towards the trees on the left. Hopefully it'll make it down there. Oh yeah, that looks good. That's like circle 2-ish. Don't like having this thing here. I usually have it on the hat. I think I hit it on that last throw. Did you hear that? This is where the Pacific ended up. So this is like 8 meters, 9 meters or so. Definitely take that. Doesn't matter if you fade out a little bit. You'll just get those circle's edge putts. I think that's pretty good. But coming down here and looking back, it looks like a mid-range could definitely make it here. I needed a little bit. I needed a more bit. Gotta love the next tee signs as well. I like that. Appreciate it. Thank you, Videbæk. Hole 2 here. Par 4, actually. 125 meters. By the way, obviously we're playing the white tees because that's what I'm going to be playing in the weekend. I'm going to be trying to throw my evader in the left gap, I think. I guess technically there are 2 gaps, but it's basically just a straight shot that flexes first a little bit to the right and then to the left in the end. So we're going to try and just throw something that might finish in the middle. I think I might try throwing a putter as well. Oh, and if you're thinking about going out over the road, there's a Mando left on one of the trees on the right, which makes sense just for safety issues, you know. That one snuck just around the Mando, but it was pulled a little bit. Try the Pacific as well. That's on a good line. Might be the Pacific, yeah. I don't think I want to throw a putter here because you kind of want it to finish to the left to combat the hill down to the right. Otherwise, it just keeps going to the right like the Invader did. Let's see what we have from up there. Oh yeah, and talking about that Pacific, remember we had a giveaway in the last video that I was going to announce here. The right amount of number I hit in the video was 42. And this guy actually guessed the correct number, so I'm gonna reach out to you. I know that you're on my Discord, so that's very convenient. Great little shout out to my Discord. Go click the link in the description for that. Yeah, and if you haven't watched that video, it's right there. So go check it out after this one, of course. I'll see you there. So the evader that went to the right was in a position where I could basically only pitch to the fairway. So don't go on the right. The roughs are pretty rough still. Also, by the way, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's a 50 meter marker to the basket here. Appreciate that too. Really well done. Here we have a forehand gap with a straight spy. Or really we just got to go straight, and I feel like it's easiest with the forehand. Oh, we have a pretty big gap here though. But this tree gets in my way. So let's do the forehand. See if we can keep it straight for 50 meters. Okay. Went a little bit to the right. I was scared of hitting this tree. But we're going to have a jump putt of some sort. Oh yeah, we've got a little like 14 meter jump putt into a headwind. See if we can jam this one. Don't think so. It's a lot of headwind actually for it being in the woods. Oh, come on. That was in, man. Lefty. Oh no, don't hit the camera. Okay, so holes 1 and 2 seem to be pretty scoreable in my opinion. Just get a disc in the middle. Don't need a lot of distance. See if you can hit a putt. This one, hole 3, 115 meters. There's a pretty stiff headwind right now, so I don't think I'm gonna make it. But, well, I'm not gonna die, all right? But I don't think I can make it to the basket. It's not the one you can see on top of the hill over there. It's over there to the left. So it's really a hyzer. Maybe I could make a flex shot and get it there, but seems a little crazy, honestly. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try a flex shot to see if I can make it close to the basket. Gonna go over those trees on the left. Okay, we didn't quite go over the trees on the left, but it was a good flex shot. I think I'm in edge of circle 2 or something. Don't mind this position. 13 meters again. If it just faded slightly more, would have been in the circle. So I'm not gonna gamble by trying to go huge flex over the left side. Seems a little crazy, but just throw like a good high flex that I know will come back. And then I'm gonna jam the putt, and then it doesn't matter. Ah, they don't fade. Zooms are so straight. So hole 3 is an advantage for the big arms, but us mortals can reach it as well. This one is literally straight through that gap and to the right. It's very short. I'm gonna go for the forehand. It's within my 60 meters of forehand power with a spy. Just gonna go for like a little baby flex. Like that. Slightly tickled something, but it's fine. It's around the corner. I think I'll have a putt right there. Hole 5 here is a 118 meter par 3 lefty flex shot, already forehand of course. Outside my forehand range of course with my injury. So going lefty with this launcher OS. We have a headwind here, so this hole is basically unreachable for me, I think. Slightly downhill though. I might get into circle. Let's just try and rip it, but this feels like a scary gap honestly, without a forehand flex. That has to be the perfect shot. I mean, if that's not there, I'm not getting there. Let's see if it's parked. Oh, okay. I thought it was down here. You need to flex like in front of those trees, but you actually need to push it out further left and get all the way up here to the basket. So it's not downhill, it's uphill. That's crazy, man. I just thought I was a legend for a second there. Okay, so I finally found it. So I thought I was supposed to fade like in front of that guy right there. And I did, and I went down there pretty much and had like a 25 meter upshot to here. So I'm not going to be able to reach this one without my forehand. Kind of sucks a little bit because it's definitely one that I would have a better chance at than pretty much most other people if I had my forehand, but such is life. We're just going to take our par here. We're just going to take our par here. Yes! Such a good putter. Hole 6 here is a super tight par 3. 86 meters that way. You can see that big tree trunk in the middle. Gotta go probably just on the left side of that and then fade in. Can be on the right side as well, maybe. Another blind shot. I don't really like too many blind shots in a course, but let's see what the back nine brings and everything. Let's try the Paladin here on a lefty backhand. Oh no. Never got Anheuser on that. Gonna have to try one more. I'll do this NS Pacific OS. Same line. Let's give it a little bit of Anheuser this time. Maybe a little bit lower. I was close to the gap. This is a tight one. Maybe try a righty as well. Just a righty mid-range. See where that ends up. Just gotta hold it straight. Gonna put it over the little hump on the left side. Let it turn to the right slightly. Yeah. Exactly like that. Am I a genius? Hello? Okay, so the first one, the Paladin, actually, it faded out a little bit too early, obviously. Got up there to the right, but it actually had a 14 meter putt down from like up there. So that's a possible play, but I mean, the wingman ended up right here, like 6 meters from the basket. I'm not gonna say that I can replicate that shot in the tournament because that was my best mid-range shot ever, but I almost feel guilty not doing that in the tournament after doing that in the practice round, so we'll see. I do realize it's really just a straight shot to here, and then you have a 5 meter putt. But if you finish to the left, it's going to be easier to control the distance as well. I don't know. Maybe if the lefty feels good, I'll go for that. But otherwise, this mid-range seems like a good play. Let's get the first birdie here. Oh no! Huh. Another little blind left to righter, huh? 80 meters. I'm gonna have to see the basket here. Kind of feels like they're teasing my forehand. There are like 2 little gaps down to the right. You want to go on the backside of it. So you want to push the backside of the woods down there to get all the way to the basket. I think I might throw like a slight flip up with the wingman here on my lefty. See if that works. It turns just enough to the right to where I feel like it's a lefty shot and not a righty shot. Not a righty turnover. Okay, can't hit that. Let's try and disc up to an evader. Pacific OS again. That's just going right way too early. I mean, this one is just like the easiest forehand chip in the world, but I don't have a forehand. So I'm gonna have to try and shape this lefty thing down there. I think it's gonna be the wingman. Struggles. This is what reminds me that I'm not here to win, really, if I'm completely honest, because when I don't have a forehand, I'm not competitive. Like I don't win. That's just life. But I'm here to have fun, meet some people, enjoy good company, see good courses, and support the Danish disc golf scene. So this is the place for people who didn't hit the fairway. It's gonna be just a little chipper around the corner here with a spy. Try and push it on the backside. That's it. That's better. Turns out my early release lefty guy with the Pacific OS got through all the garbage and ended up in the circle. That's never happening again. And my spy upshot landed right here. Okay, after a long walk, we made it to hole 8. Basket is that way directly. I can barely like see it through the woods, but it's a hyzer shot, and I think it might even have to be a skip shot. So I'm taking launcher OS. It really wants to fly, as you can see. Probably fan gripping it to get a more nose up for the flare. It's another one of those holes where it's like 80 meters with a curve. They have a lot of those out here, to be fair. I will say it's a good mix of backhand and forehand favored, so I like that. But one thing that would be really cool, in my opinion, obviously that asking a lot, but is to just have a slight little cleanup in the line straight towards the basket. Not to throw through, but so you can see where it is. I don't like it too much when there are so many blind shots, because you just don't get the satisfaction of seeing your perfect shot, if that makes sense. I like having to shape shots though, and this one is a little bit tricky. Let's see if we can get a skip down there. Throw it low with a fan grip, not full power, distance driver. Oh! I think it's parked. I went inside one of the trees, I think, so that was a little bit lucky, but that is the line. I can go a little bit wider and still make it there, so that's perfect. Almost knocked over the camera there. Good job, Andrew. Oh, okay. I did say I went inside one of the trees, but I definitely thought it was going to be out here in the open, just following the open around. But it actually curves in here a little bit. Oh, look at that. It's parked. Absolutely perfect shot. Birdie. Let's go. Hole 9, par 4, 158 meters. This one, I just walked up there and looked, and it's like dogleg left. It's a placement for par 4, and it looks really cool. It's basically, there's that cut off tree right there in the middle. You want to go like straight over the top of that. So between the tree with the little white sign and the tree with all the green on it, go between those, and then 10 more meters, and you have like a 60 meter upshot from there. I think that's right about prime position, and I'm gonna throw, I might try a pellet in as well, but I'm gonna try starting with the wingman because that's kind of the distance that I need. But I do feel like I kind of might want to go more left than that. So I'm gonna have to throw it on hyzer on the right side of the dead tree in the middle. Just absolutely nailed that one. That was beautiful. Okay, definitely hit this tree right here. I thought it was the next one. You want to get 10, 15 more meters for it to be like a completely straight shot. But from here, I can just do a turnover forehand. It should be pretty easy. I think as long as you just get into this gap so you can see the big gap to the basket, it's wide enough to scramble in there somehow and get your birdie. Give it a good height here because it needs to turn to the left quite a bit. Just go in the basket. I think it's parked. 2 birds in a row. Let's go. Okay, I was wrong. Apparently I needed like 50 more meters here. So I guess you need to flex something if you end up in that position. If only I didn't hit that tree in the beginning, I would have had the straight shot to there. It would have been the easy birdie, but this gives me a putt as well. Let's just drain it with the good old Zoom jumper. Yep. Let's go! I told you it was 2 birds in a row. Never doubted myself. I really loved hole 9. It was a really cool like placement par 4 where the gap was fittingly small to where it was still challenging to get into the landing zone, but if you don't get into the landing zone, you have to scramble somehow, in like to some extent. This one, par 3, 91 meters, straight up there to the right. It's pretty open, very simple. It's just going to be a lefty hyzer, and it should be pretty much a gimme in the tournament. Don't want to miss this one because the gap is huge. I'm just gonna go for the launcher OS first, see if we'll need some more flip. I'll do another one after. Hi. For kort? Den burde være bedre. Eller er den for højre? Det tager vi. Okay, so the first one actually ended up back here. It's like 13 meters. Second one right around 10 meters, but still too short. So I'm just gonna put a little bit less hyzer on it in the tournament. Make it stand up to flat to get some more distance. Good to know. Let's drain this turkey bid. Online, but not enough height. Provisional turkey. Nope. So the guys who just overtook me on the course here, one of them was assistant tournament director for the tournament, and he just made a prediction that the person who's going to win the tournament is going to be top 10 on this course because he thinks it's that important to not get in the rough here. A lot of things can happen, like the rough is very rough, but also there are a lot of birdies to get if you just hit the fairways, and I think that's a fair point. And then for jokes, but slightly for truth as well, I predicted I'm going to be top 10 on this course. So I'm going to be top 10 after the first round. I don't know if it's likely, but there's a good chance if I play well. And then I'm going to finish outside top 50. Because Mumbai, which is the other course, definitely takes a bit more distance, or distance is a big advantage on that course where it is not as much of an advantage on this one. So we'll see. What's this double tee pad situation here? This is the tee pad for 14 and 11. This is the hugest of tee pads. Okay, so we actually have a 240 meter par 5 here, which looks to just be like snaking down this open area. So just don't make your disc go too much left and right, and make sure to get at least 90 meters per throw, and it should be an easy birdie. First shot, we'll go maybe launcher out on the right side, maybe launcher US. Let's try the launcher first, see if that feels awkward, if I'm scared of hitting the left side. I think I could just throw this one flat to hyzer out there, and it should end up right in the middle. I think it fades in front of those trees that we can see straight ahead, because I'm, noodle arm. Oh, don't do that. Okay, if I am to throw a launcher here, I bet I keep it flat. Let's try another launcher and actually keep it flat through the gap. And after that, let's throw like a flip up launcher US. That one was close to flat, but still not flat. But it went too far left, so we don't want to do that. Let's see if we can keep it slightly straighter with the US. That one obviously does flip up more, but still just fades to the left, I think there's a tailwind that kind of keeps them from turning over. I'm not sure. Maybe we actually go escape to just try and like never get a fade. Flip it up to flat on a straight line and just let it finish straight. Go down in speeds, kind of the idea here. Okay, I think that will be my play. Feels like the largest margin for error, because even if it turns over a little bit, we'll still have something from the fairway. So the 3 launchers went just on the edge of the rough on the left, which wouldn't be a big problem if I had my distance forehand. I could just step out and throw it, but since I don't have that, we should try and stay in the middle. Escape landed right here, and I'm actually still kind of pinched off a little bit, so I have to throw like a lefty flex shot. I don't know if you can see the biggest tree right on the corner there, with a white mark on it. You want to go just around that on the left side and then up there to the right. Don't know the exact position I need to be in, but we're going to try and just give ourselves a lot of space out to the left to make sure that we have an open up shot, because I don't think distance will be a problem. You just got to get to the corner in two, pretty much. All right, big flexing lefty in hyzer. Or actually, is it just a righty hyzer out there? You know what? I think it is. I think it's just a righty hyzer that like stays off the right side. Get it up high. Let's do that. Yeah, that's in prime position. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so it doesn't actually seem to be a huge advantage to go into the gap. It's just fine to be right here. So it's a pretty simple par 5. I think the main thing for me is gonna be prioritize being in the middle rather than getting distant. Because there was only like 180 to here or something like that, I believe. Pretty easy to get in 2 shots. And then we have a 60-meter upshot, I think. Gonna try and fade it off the right side. I'll probably go for a forehand here in the tournament because there's a headwind from the right. But let's just see if we can't do it with the backhand as well. Go in. Oh! Okay. I think it went a little bit deep, but hey, it was almost an eagle. Okay, so we didn't go that far. We're all good. But it's a very elevated basket with a pretty stiff headwind here. So it's kind of still interesting, this 3-meter putt. Just put it hard into the chains, I think. Yeah, that'll do. Oh! Getting attacked. Short guy struggles. Definitely liked hole 11. It's a pretty easy par 5 to birdie if you just throw straight and don't put it in the rough. But it's also like a risk-reward situation where people like Martin Jørgensen, shout out, will definitely go for the eagle, get it like 1 out of 5 times and get bogeys and double bogeys in the rest of them because the rough is so rough. Good luck. Okay, hole 12, par 3, 90 some meters. Straight shot initially baits me to throw through the left side, but I feel like the right side might be better. I think it's like a 2-gap hole, but like this tree on the left kind of makes it so that I can't throw a flex shot through the left side, so I might just go like flat to hyzer through the right. It's my initial thought. What will do that, 94 meters? Let's try the Pacific. Seems like long 94 meters if I'm honest. Let's put it pretty much flat, maybe slight hyzer. Okay, straight on the tree. Needed more height and a little bit more to the right, and it was good. I'm gonna try and do the same thing with the launcher US. Flip it up into the gap there. Hit the line perfectly, but needed height, pretty much. So this was that Pacific. The first one, I hit the tree. Leaves me with a very simple upshot. Just gonna practice this one real quick. Should never miss this one up though. Oh, interesting. Just gonna practice this one for fun. The backhand turnover, in case we'll need it. Just squared it up. Fair enough. So hole 13 here, 81 meters. Kind of know the deal. It's a hyzer around to the right, a blind shot. It's really just a little chip forehand, if you have it. I don't, because of my elbow. So it's going to be a lefty with a launcher OS. It's kind of like hole 9. Hole 8 that was. Hole 8. Where you need to like skip it around because you need to get quite a bit to the right. I like how this branch over the top kind of creates this low ceiling gimmick. Kind of even wants me to throw the forehand even more because the release is lower, but we should be fine because we're going for a skip shot with an overstable lone jaw OS. That kind of sucks because that's the disc that I need. Wait, I have another launch OS. Let's try it again. Keep it more wide here. It's important. That's too deep. Let's just try Peloton. Inside again! Pacific OS, you know the drill. Ooh! Huge flare skill and I got something in my eye. Nice! I think that's pretty close to the basket. Okay, that was 4 discs. Remember when you're going to look for them. Okay, so I just spotted this little line up here. Trick shot roller time, only on YouTube. Gisafane Disc Golf. 1% chance of success. Oh. I can't get over that branch and then under the next one because I'm too short. Okay, it ended up right here. As much as I would love to call this parked, I don't think we can. But if I drain this one from now on, 12 meters and in is parked. Right side miss. Whew, that was pretty close. Hole 14, 83 meters. You can see the basket straight ahead. There is the flex line, the tight guy, and the hyzer flip line on the right side, or like a lefty turnover. I think a lot of people are going to go with the forehand. An interesting topic here is this is that double tee pad, so it goes from like way out here to way over here. But if you can actually use the entire tee pad, this is by far the easiest shot, going all the way out here. But there's like a line in the middle. Does that define it? I think we're gonna have to talk to the TD about that one. For now, I'm gonna go for the hyzer flip, maybe with a mid-range. Might be slightly far. Could also be the lefty baby flex with like a paladin, but let's try the mid-range flip up first. Straight at the big tree, fade off. Ah, too much height. It's never gonna flip. Gonna try. The problem is this one is flippy enough, but I think it's too much speed. But let's just try it anyways. Just blitz the basket, see if we can ace it. Oh, no way! It hit the branch and kicked into the chains on the right side, but it didn't stick. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's definitely a play. Wonder where that would have gone if it didn't hit those trees. Let me just try the nose up lefty paladin as well for the flex shot. Feels kind of like a more open gap like that. Pretty close, just no way. Literally hit right side chains, ended up right after the basket here. The left side does look pretty open. I feel like if you go too far, you still kind of have a putt at the basket. So I think the escape might be the play here, just because I need that much flip. Tap in birdie for this one. Hole 15 here is literally perfectly set up for my forehand. Just a little baby flex, 117 meters. See if my left hand can do the same thing. Turn it off those right sides. Make sure it comes back in the edge slightly, but needs to be turning most of the way. Love this hole. No, what are you doing? What is that height? It's a par though. Gonna try that again. Another launcher. Gotta get it lower and nose down on an actual flex line. Almost. I think that would have been good with the blue one because it's slightly more flippy. That's gonna be the line. The lower line is better. Just remember, when you throw a bad tee shot, it's a good chance to birdie it with a throw-in. Well, it's parked. Remember, when you throw a bad tee shot, you got a chance to throw it in from the long afar. Long afar, yeah. Parked again. One more try for the reels. Just remember, when you throw a bad tee shot, you'll have a chance to throw it in for the birdie. Parked it 3 times in a row. I'm a robot. Oh no. Hole 16 is one of those suckers where you gotta keep it straight till the very end while throwing uphill. I think we need to get all the way up into the corner for it to be useful at all. So let's try that with grace. Try and flex it slightly off the left side. Oh no. Don't want to do that. Let's try again. Something else. Maybe the launcher US. Make sure to flex it off the left side here. Oh, by the way, it's a par 4, 179 meters. Tight fairway. I mean, that with the grace though, it's better. How about the escape again here? Just to get a straight finish. I don't know if I can make it all the way up there, but I might be able to. Don't know how far it is. Keep throwing them on too much hyzer. Newly beat in Pacific. I need to flex this one a little bit off the left side, give it some height to get up there. Oh yeah. Oh no. There's some sort of wind holding them from turning. So this is where the grace actually ended up. Some of my other throws went basically all the way to the corner, but in the rough on the left side. So I can definitely make it to the corner, and I will have to, because the basket is still like 100 meters up there, I think, uphill. From the corner, it's right around 70 meters, 75, but it's still a very tight tunnel. So this hole is a very tough an exciting 2-shot hole, even for the best of us. Okay, so I think the play from here might actually just be chipping up a forehand into a position where we can chip another forehand. Because actually hitting this line is incredibly hard. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Oh man, this is tight. So this right here would pretty much be prime position, still 80 meters. Let's just try and chuck one up there to see if we can actually do it. I didn't actually land a disc here, but maybe I will in a tournament. Oh! Just got tickled in the end, but it was perfectly through the tunnel. I love it. Let's nail this little anhyzer birdie putt. Imaginary birdie putt, because we didn't actually hit the drive. Not enough anhyzer. Let's try the low nose up beamer step putt right at it. No! I thought it was so good. What in the world is this? 71 meter par 3. Okay, it's right there. Pretty short actually. 71 meters. Might just be a putter hyzer. Let's try that. Otherwise, it'll be the wingman. You know the drill. Wingman flip up. Such a nice flight. Gotta love it. 2 holes left, by the way. Let's do the putter first. Hopefully, if we just get it up there on the right side, it's gonna glide all the way down there. I'm actually considering a lefty right now. Am I drunk for saying that? Perfectly thrown, I think. I don't know if it got the skip though. Might need like 10 meters. You know what that means. Wingman time. Same line, pretty much the perfect line there. Let's just do it again. I think that was also too short. Am I gonna keep disking up until I actually hit the right distance? This is an evader. Just fan grip it, same direction. Definitely could have put the wingman more flat and more high to make it glide more, so I think it might be the wingman. But let's just give ourselves a couple of options to look at when we get up there. No. Okay, let's try the lefty putter guy. Flippy soon. Right in the top of the gap, let it drag all the way down there. This would be beautiful if it works. Needed more height, but that was good. Let's go have a look. Okay, basket is right there. Here we have the results. That's the lefty backhand putter. Probably not doing that because it's harder anyways. That's the mid-range, didn't get it enough height. And that's the putter, actually in the circle. I think I might just go for the putter. Let's see if we can drain that putt. Let's do a straddle putt on each side of the tree. I think this one is more likely to go in because I can anhyzer it. Cut, cut, cut. Try that again. I actually missed it on the right. That's incredible. Okay, let's try right side. I'm a bad straddle putter at like 9 meters. Hole 18, 92 meters, straight up that hill, lefty guy with a launcher, go! Take 2. Take 3. Okay, I'll try the righty backhand because that seems like a better idea. Escape, high, left corner in the gap. Let it turn up there, get the glide, give me the birdie. That was really impressive, thank you. I'm here at the basket. Looks like my disc fell down the stairs. We have a little weirdo putt to finish it off. Goby! That's the most floppy basketball ever seen. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. And if you appreciated it too, and maybe needed this for your practice round artificially for the MDM, doesn't work in English, does it? Feel free to hit that like button so that we can push it to the rest of the people who also need to see this artificial practice round. Oh, and by the way, I have a new really cool video alongside a giveaway waiting for 500 subscribers. So if you want to help me get there and be part of that giveaway, or have a chance to win it at least, feel free to subscribe. There's going to be a lot more content like this coming up, and a lot more content not like this. Maybe better, maybe worse. You know, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe